Hi everyone, welcome to day 28 of our 28-day Pilates challenge. I hope you've enjoyed the last month. I hope you feel you've got some benefit. Feel free to leave some comments below and let us know how you got on. Did you enjoy it? Have you noticed any differences in your strength, your stability, your flexibility, or even just your mind and your stress levels over the last 28 days? Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel now, because now that the 28-day challenge is over, we're not going to stop. We will be adding more videos every week for free on our YouTube channel, so stay tuned and we'll come up with some more little videos for you to follow. Also, if you would like to join us for our online classes, we do run them every Thursday at beginner level, improver level, intermediate and advanced level. They're full 50-minute Pilates classes sent to you each Thursday afternoon. And the link never expires, so you can do the class whenever you like if Thursday doesn't suit you. To book in, check our Facebook page, the Book Now button at the top, and I'll also post a fresh link on the Facebook page tomorrow if you'd like to book in. The classes are €8 pay as you go, and we're just on week 2 now out of 6, bringing us up to the Easter weekend. But if you'd like to start back at week 1, that can be arranged also. You can just let us know, because we did start last Thursday. Okay, so let's get ready for our 15-minute session today. We're going to work on a little bit of everything today and kind of work at slightly harder levels of the exercises, considering it's the last day. I will show you modifications as always. If you find that you just haven't reached that level yet, that's absolutely fine. The first sequence, we're going to just work on our abdominal muscles, but the first sequence is not recommended if you've got any acute lower back pain or new back pain, or if you've got osteoporosis. So if you want to skip along and skip on to the next section, then that would be better for you. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to sit in long sitting. So let's get the legs stretched out. If your hamstrings are quite tight, you can have a small bend in both knees just to take away some of that tension in the backs of the legs. We're going to sit as tall as we can up on our sit bones, so sitting up nice and tall on the sit bones. And then think about our regular Pilates elements of posture. So we want to make sure that our pelvis remains level on both sides. We want to make sure that our rib cage stays directly above our pelvis. And we also want to make sure that our collarbones are open, and then that our neck is long and lengthened. So all the usual elements of posture. Before we begin here, let's focus on our breath as well. As always, to get us ready to begin, we're going to breathe in through the nose. Open up the chest. Let's breathe out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Really think about opening your chest on all sides, opening up through the ribs. Inhale and exhale. We want to keep that breathing going throughout this session. Let's take our hands in front then. Shoulders really relaxing now, not holding any tension in the upper neck. We're going to take a breath in. And on our breath out, can you start by tucking the sit bones under you? Let's start to move back into a C shape with the spine. So a nice C shape with the spine. Let's hold it. You can draw the belly button in ever so slightly, working those abdominals. Inhale to hold it. And as you exhale, start to bring your shoulders forward. Still in our C curve, we're coming back up. And then we come right back up tall again, up really tall on those sit bones. We'll go again. Breath in. And on the breath out, let's start to curl back into that C curve. Remember, you still want to face forward rather than looking up at the ceiling. So we're keeping ourselves in our C shape. As you exhale, we're going to come forward over the thighs and then restack from the bottom. Let's restack up onto the sit bones, the low back next, mid back, all the way up, and repeat. Exhale as we curl back, tucking that tailbone under, getting that deep C. You can go a little deeper if you like, but I don't mean to flatten out because you won't really feel it. Still keep that C shape. Breath in, and on the breath out, let's round forward, shoulders over thighs, and restack from the low back to the mid back, all the way up. Let's keep going and allow this to flow a little bit more now. Exhale as we curl back into the deep C. Breath in and breath out, round forward and restack the spine vertebrae by vertebrae. Don't forget to bend the knees, as we said, if you feel your hamstrings are a little bit tight. Let's curl back. Breath in to hold and breath out. Roll forward and restack from the tailbone all the way up through the spine. Again, relaxing through the neck and shoulders, and repeat. Somewhere else you might feel a little tension here, your thighs, your hip flexors. So just try and let the legs totally relax. Let your core and your abdominals do most of this work. We're going to exhale as we round forward and come right back up to sitting. Let's go for 2 more. Exhale, curl back. Hold it, draw the belly button in. And exhale, come forward and restack from the low back to the mid back, all the way up. 1 more. Tuck the tailbone under, the sit bones under, rolling back into our deep C. Chest is still facing forward, head and neck the same. And exhale, roll and restack from the low back, mid back, all the way up to the top. We'll just drop our hands for a minute and we'll go into a small rotation before the next movement. You can have your legs slightly wider apart now if you like. We're going to take both hands just to the left. Put your right hand on your opposite left knee and just a little stretch. Keep the neck long and lengthen, shoulders relax, breath in. And on the breath out, let's move to the other side. So a little twist, keeping the chest open, neck long, sit bones in position, breath in. And breath out, back to center. Let's go into this position again and move on. This time I'll do some arm raises. Definitely trying to let go of any tension through here. You can allow your knees to open a little bit if that helps too. We'll take a breath in. And on our breath out, let's tuck the tailbone under and roll back again into your C curve. And we're going to stay in the C curve. Keep the chest up with the spine in that lovely curve. Hands in front, shoulders down, legs relaxed, really relaxing. And as we exhale, lift your right hand up overhead. And inhale, come back down. Let's do the left. Exhale, lift. Inhale, drop. We should feel that challenge now as the arm raises overhead through the abdomen. Exhale, lift. Inhale, drop. Exhale, lift. Inhale, drop. You might feel a little bit of a shake, and that's absolutely fine. Just means we're working really well through those muscles. If you want to go a little deeper, but make sure you can still feel this working. And drop. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last 2. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last 1. And when we're ready, let's round forward. This time, we're going to bend the knees in for a little stretch and lean down over the mat. For a little break and a little breather, you may be feeling your low back muscles are working here, and that's absolutely fine, and they're part of our core. And that's actually normal to feel them working a little bit here. Let's go to the last movement here and we'll move on. We're going to add a little rotation now, really working our oblique muscles, the muscles at the side of the waist. So you can have your knees soft again if your hamstrings are tight, legs slightly apart. We're up on those sit bones again, arms in front, breath in. And on the breath out, we're going to tuck the tailbone under again, tuck the sit bones under, roll back into your C curve again. Relax here, and then with the right arm first, we're going to exhale, open out, follow the hand with your head and neck, and come back to center. Let's go to the other side. Exhale, twist. Inhale, return. Draw the belly button in a little bit. Exhale, twist. Inhale, return. If you did our ab challenge yesterday, maybe you're feeling those tummy muscles working already. And back in. They might have a little bit of DOMS. They might be a little bit sore today after the challenge yesterday. It's okay. That's it. So your chest is still facing forward, head and neck facing forward, but our spine, our mid to low back is in that nice C curve. Draw the belly button in as you exhale. Let's go for 3 more. And 2 more. And last one. Well done. We're going to roll on up. Let's open the legs apart, lean forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll move on. We're going to turn forward, come up to kneeling. Let's get the legs hip distance apart. We're going to lean down onto our right hand to start. Open up your palm and make sure your palm and hand are in line with the bottom right knee. We're going to extend the left leg out and lengthen through the entire body. So align from the hand to the knee to the foot. Open the collarbones, relax the ribs, so ribs and pelvis are connecting. Just lift a little bit through the rib cage. Neck long and lengthened. And let's begin lifting the top leg as we exhale and forget to add the breath. Keep going, everyone, if you're doing this level. If you find this one's quite challenging for you though, what you could do is get a block or get a small couple of books or something piled up so that you're not having to go down as low. You could maybe hold yourself about here and then do a smaller leg lift. Or to modify further, we could come right down onto our elbow, lift through the ribs and do the leg lift here. So if you find the full position is just a little bit too much today, then come down to this position here. And you can do all the movements here. In a moment we're going to go forward and backwards with this leg. You can do that fine in this position. So keep going, everyone. Hopefully you're starting to feel that working through the hips. You're probably going to feel the bottom hip sometimes more than the top hip here with these movements, because it's really working hard to stabilize us in this position. Think about the core, the rest of the core too. You can think about drawing the belly button in a little bit, lifting through the ribs to work through the abdominals. And don't forget your breath. Let's go for one more. Up on your fingers, down on your palms, make a fist, whatever feels good for you. Let's lift this leg up, keep it up. We're going to bring it forward. Flex the ankle and bring it back. Take your time. Doesn't matter how high you've got your leg up. Some of us might find it's quite challenging for our hips. So you can see mine's not a massive range of motion. I'm not up really, really high, but I'm still working the muscles that I need to work here. You might feel a little shaky with this one, no harm. Let's go for two more. Forward and back. One more. Forward and back. And drop down. Let's come down to this position for a moment. We're going to roll our shoulders up and back and down. Two more. Up and back and down. And one more. Up and back and down. Let's do the same movements on the other side. So hips, our legs just hip width apart. Find your pelvic neutral. Let's lean down onto the left hand this time. Right leg out to the side. Open up the collarbones, neck long and lengthened. Keep the ribs and pelvis connected. And when you're ready, let's lift. And you might find, and I definitely find, one hip moves a little bit better than the other. That's completely normal. We're all going to have little asymmetries and be a little bit different for a multitude of reasons. Let's keep an eye on our posture here. Open the collarbones, neck long and lengthened as always. Lifting a little through the rib cage. Exhaling as we lift. Inhaling as we drop. Remember to modify by bringing your hand up onto something a little higher or come right down here. Just to remind you, stay on your side though. Remember to stay there and really do think about lifting through the ribs, lifting through the bottom waist area when you're here. That's it. Let's go for 3 and 2, whatever one you're on. And on the last one, we'll keep that leg up, hold it, let's bring it forward. Flex and pull it back. Inhale to come forward, flex and pull it back. That's it. Inhale forward, flex and pull back. Feeling the bottom hip probably burning, maybe the top hip working a little bit too. Feeling that challenge and that stability around your core. You might be shaking a little bit here. Let's go for 2 more. Forward and back. 1 more. Forward and back. Let's drop that leg. We're going to turn our hands onto the mat, turn our leg into 4-point kneeling. Let's finish with one last movement here. Get the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. We're going to find pelvic neutral now. Hold it. Draw the shoulders down. Nod the chin. The back of the neck is long and lengthened. Connect through those shoulder blade muscles. Let's connect a little through our abdomen. And exhale, lift the right arm and opposite left leg. And come right back down. And swap. And drop. Swap. And drop. Think about the control here. Through your waist. The control through your center. Through your core. Are you a little more stable than you might have been on day 1? We did these a lot in the first couple of days of the challenge. Were you very wobbly back then? Do you feel, actually, I'm a little more control today? Well done. Let's keep going for 4 and 3. Don't forget the breath. Don't allow your back to arch. Last one. And relax. We're going to take our knees apart. Round the spine. Sit right back on the heels. And drop the head and neck for a moment. Let's just take a little minute to connect with our breath today. Breathing in through the nose and out again through the mouth. Slow things right down now. Try and let go of any tension maybe that you feel through the head, the neck, the shoulders. With each exhale, let your body sink further into the mat. With one last breath, we're going to come on up. Let's bring our legs parallel to each other again. Tuck your toes under. Lift the knees. Let's straighten the knees. Reaching those heels down towards the floor. Straightening the spine. Hold it for one last deep breath in through the nose. And on your breath out, we're going to start to walk our hands back. Soften our knees. Drop your heels onto the floor. And let's start to restack from the bottom. So from here, let's tuck the tailbone under. Restack the low back, the mid back. Open the collarbones. Lift the neck. Lift the head. Reach overhead. Big breath in. And on your breath out, let it go. And well done, everybody. Fair play. That is our 28-day challenge complete. Don't worry if you miss some days. It's not realistic sometimes when life gets in the way to be able to commit every single day. But if you did most of the days, then well done. Fair play. They're all still up there. So if you missed any, you want to go back to some, they're going to be there all the time now. So you can go back and have a little look. Don't forget to give us a little comment underneath. Let us know how you found it. I hope lots of good benefits that you felt and that you've enjoyed it. And as I mentioned, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that when we do put up a new video week to week or a couple of times a week going forward for March, that you're not going to miss them. And also if you're interested in coming and joining our full length classes, our 50-minute classes that are every Thursday afternoon, we send them to you every Thursday evening, then don't forget to book in as soon as you can for this week. Okay, thanks a million everyone. Thanks for all your support and take care.